Good morning. Welcome, replay viewers. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for those that are joining via the web. Hi, Dove 4C. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As the title says, all that glitter is not gold. Good morning. Welcome. I know it's been a minute, but here, let me make sure that we're straight here. Have a good view. Okay, and let me get the housekeeping out the way real quick. We have a group on Facebook for entrepreneurs and investors living in the overflow. If you type it in just like that. The link is in my bio here. We are currently starting a book, The Hidden Riches of Oriental Wealth. And if you go to the group, the book is there for free. You just download it for free. We're going to read it together and discuss it. It's a really good book. I've already read it. I'm in another Facebook group, and my mentor, he has us reading 2 books a month. And I'm telling you, here's the book here. This is what it looks like. And let me tell you, they're life-changing books. I mean, they definitely change your mindset for business. If you want to take your business and your wealth to multiple levels, definitely knowledge is power. And so we're going to dig into how how they're making their wealth. I hope you're not having a problem with connection, Dove 4C. But thank you for joining me. Let's see. Let's start with some affirmations today for our businesses and our investments. Okay. I am committed to the results of my business. Oh, you accidentally pushed the wrong button. That happens. I hate when that happens. I take the first steps towards my goals. I am always in the right place at the right time for opportunities. And so leave your house every day prepared for opportunities because they're everywhere. And I become more successful every day. And I'll stop there. But yes, we are reading the book, The Hidden Secrets of Oriental Wealth. And I recommend after this recording, I'm going to the Facebook. And so I'll be live there. And we're going to start with the book. Also, I'm an author. My name is Renee Rainey. I have a book, How to Live in the Overflow. And I call myself the beginner's coach. If you're wanting to start a business, I help you with the tools and the resources to start a business. And not just without shortcuts, but to build a firm foundation. And also, if you want to invest, and we talk about multiple streams of income, I help you with the tools and the resources to start investing. Matter of fact, we just finished up a book in the Facebook group. And again, here's the link, the name of the group. And also the link is down below. Come and join us. And we just finished a book on how to invest in stocks. And so that was a good time that we had there. What I want to talk about today, last night, I'm not really a TV watcher, but I was watching a show last night it was a competition show of young rappers competing for a record deal. What is his name? Jermaine Dupri. And so anyway, it was down to the last 5, and so they were competing, and so the winner got a record deal. Also, they got a plaque with a gold or with a platinum record on there, and they got a gold chain with a big nugget on there. And so, even though they were competing for the record deal and the opportunity to become a success overnight or go from a no name to a brand name, the one thing that they were most excited about was the gold chain. And that's one of the things that this book brings out. is that, we are so mesmerized by the carrot that is dangled in front of us. We're on scope. I mean, there's never been a time where you can just tap in and tune into your favorite mentors, and they're like, oh, I'm making, I was watching a lady the other day, and she says, my people are making from 2,000 to 30,000 a month. And so they're dangling the money, the gold, the glitter of it all, the big houses, the fancy cars, and you could have everything you want in life. And this is what Zig Ziglar says: you can have everything you want in life if you help enough people get what they want out of life. And so, but when you dig deep, you have to put together a business foundation, a strong foundation of business to be successful. You have to build a following, you have to build influence, you have to build trust. And so when you come on here and say, if I have 1 million followers that have tested the content that I provide, and I say, hey, I have a new book, of course they're all going to run out 1 million people and buy my book, which my book is available on Amazon if you're interested. So let's talk about that. And you cannot be careful of following people and getting excited off of the carrot and the material things. Just know that you're going to have to, don't miss the message on the true work that you have to put in to build your business. And so that's where I come in, to where if you want to build a business, I do have a bachelor's degree in business. I do have an associate degree in small business, but I also have over 30 years of running a business. And so that was my true teacher. I ran a business before I got my, and you get educated as you go along, but, so I do come with a wealth of experience and the backing to be able to share this information with you. So not everything that is shiny and superficial is attractive, that superficially is attractive, is valuable. And so you have to take time out to get knowledge yourself. That's why I have a book club. I have the Facebook group, and it's open for discussion because a coin has 3 sides. It has the heads, the tails, and it has the edge. And so you want to know all sides of the coin, so that way you can then make an educated decision, more educated decision before making an investment. So when people get on like, oh, go buy this stock, you're not so quick to run out and purchase that stock without knowledge. I've taught people in the group to how to determine if a stock is good. You have to go look at the numbers. And so that's important. You don't want to just get yourself out there and just be led by the glitter. How many times have we purchased things by, somebody getting on and just hyping us in that purchase, and then we go out and buy that new car, and then we get home and now we're doing the work because you got to make those car payments unless you pay cash for the car, and that is possible, but not without a plan. So I wrote down a couple of steps that if you see something that you're interested in, that first you want to get an education. Before I became a cosmetologist, I went to school and got an education. I got training on how to go out and provide service to a client. There are some people that are talented and they feel that they don't need the license to do hair, but you have to have training. Get training. And then once you get the training, write out a business plan. In my book, I have an outline on how to create a business plan. The book electronically is about $2.99, and it's $5.50 if you get the hardcover copy. But in my book, if you follow the plan, the steps in the book, at the end of answering the questions, you'll have a business plan. You want to build a team of professionals, meaning that I have an accountant, I have an attorney, I have uh, because I'm also into buying real estate. So I have a broker, real estate broker. I have a bookkeeper. You have to build a team of people so that way when you're making purchases, even though you have training and knowledge, you want to work with people that also, you want to have mentors that are already successful at doing what you're trying to do. So you want to build a team of professionals. You want to put all of this together into action. Okay, so put it into action, and then you have to pull back and refine your plan a little bit. Always got to refine your plan. You then want to reinvest. So as you're making money, you want to reinvest it back into the business. You want to reinvest it into more education. You want to reinvest into your clientele. And then you just keep repeating the process. Then go back to, the action part. You got to keep repeating the process. And then you'll find that the wheel is turning, that you build the clientele. You want to find a clientele that has a need, and then you create that need. You want to do that first. You don't want to do that last. I've done it last versus first. And so, learn from my mistakes. Definitely put those things into action. So that way, when someone dangles a carrot in front of you, you're not so quick to run everywhere just chasing carrots. Chasing the goal, chasing the fine cars, the big houses, and you'll find yourself making better choices. Thank you so much for the hearts. I hope that this was helpful to you. If you find that, if you know of someone that this information will be of value to them, please share. If you have any questions, the floor is open for any questions that I'll be more than happy to answer for you. Yes, definitely. You got to keep repeating the process because you know what? I'm not a fan of Nene from the Housewives of Atlanta, and I don't like those shows at all. But you can't help but say she has taken that reality show, and she's made it into a business. If you go in and, I'm sure Nene has the keep repeating the process. You got to keep it going. And then it's like a snowball effect. I mean, I talk about snowball effect as far as debt, but it's also the same effect when you're building your business. You start off with a little snowball and it keeps rolling to where you're a bigger brand, you're a bigger business, you're making more money. But at the core of it, have a strong business foundation. Get the education, have the clients, build, start small. Like I'm starting small again online. And so, but it keeps growing. It's growing. And the next thing you know, you have what you're looking for. But you got to keep at it. You got to keep at it. Even if no one shows up, or even if one shows up, in prayer was talking about that this morning. She's like, even if one shows up, even if I pour into one person and one person walks away and builds that strong business and grows and becomes prosperous, I've done my job. And then you just keep it going. You pour into somebody else, and next thing you know, we have a community of people that are blessed. You're welcome. And I'm getting ready to go over to Facebook, and today is the first day that we're starting reading this book, The Hidden Riches of Oriental Wealth. And I'm telling you, this book is powerful, and it kind of punches you in the face. It kind of punches you in the face. And so I'll see you next week. I'm here every Saturday at 10 a.m. See you next week. Bye-bye for now.